Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is a bit of a cold day today. My intention was not to go into the garden, but I decided I had to go into the garden and harvest my onions because I saw a couple of stems that were bent, which is a sign that my onions were ready. And then I decided to harvest them. We had a little bit of drizzle yesterday and today. The soil is not that wet. Yeah, it's workable, so I decided to just harvest my onions. So please guys, come join me. I am so excited and I can't wait to see how much of the onions I'll be able to harvest. I'm sorry we have a bit of a wind today, but yeah, I couldn't resist harvesting these onions, and also I wanted to take you guys along to see the harvest with me. These are my onions and I think they are ready for harvesting. The stems have already bent on these ones and a few more others there. These onions were transplanted to this bed on the 10th, on the 4th of June. Yes, on the 4th of June. Originally or initially planted the seeds in mid-April and then transplanted on the 4th of June. So I think it's time to harvest now. Because when you count from June, July, August, September, October, November, this is the 5th month for them in the ground. And from April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, which is 7 months. Since usually they say when the stems bend, it's time to harvest the onions. This one hasn't bent yet, but I'm going to harvest it anyway. What you want to do when you harvest the onion, you just sort of like twist it like this and then pull it up. Yay! Twist it a bit like this and then try to twist it until you can pull it up. I don't want to be too hard because I don't want to break the neck. Yay! This one is smaller, as you can see, but the neck is bent, so I need to harvest. That way I'll have a variety. I'll have smaller ones, medium ones, and large ones. Look at how big this one is. Wow. And I hold it in my hand. Wow, it's one of the biggest onions I've ever grown. These two here I'm going to leave in the ground because I planted these way later than all the onions that are here. They are still very new and very small, so I'm just gonna leave them in the ground. I'll just harvest the rest of the other onions that are in here. One here is very small, but it's ready for harvesting. The neck is bent, soft and bent, so we are going to go ahead and harvest it as well. Go ahead and harvest this one as well. I think this one is one of the latest one that I planted. It wasn't as ready as all the others, but I'm just going to use this one fresh. These ones, like I said, I planted them way late, and I think these ones too, still very small. This one as well, still very small, and these two. So I'll just leave 1 2 3 4 5 6 in the ground to grow a little bit further before I harvest them, because I realized that when I transplanted the initial onions, there were some that were eaten by cutworms, I think. And then there were spaces also in between where the other onions died, and then I planted ones later on after the other ones were planted. So these ones are the ones that I planted a bit late. And now we are going to go to the next onion bed, because I've got two onion beds. I've got two places where I planted onion. When you look at this one as well, some of the onions are ready. Look, it's already soft and bending, which means these onions are ready to be harvested. These ones I transplanted a bit later than those ones. I'll just double check the date that I transplanted these ones, but some of them are already ready for harvesting. These are the white ones, the early Texas Grano, and those are the red ones. I think I'm just gonna harvest the white ones and then leave in the red ones because they don't look like they are ready for harvesting. Soft, so we're going to harvest this one as well. We're going to leave this one and these two here for them to grow a bit more bigger bulbs. What I'm going to do now is just remove the soil around these onions. You can use a spoon if you want. They call it the spooning method, I guess, because they use the spoon, yeah, just to expose the bulb so that it grows and also it gets some sun. Yeah, the roots are underneath, very intact down there. We just want to expose the top of the bulbs like this. Yeah, this one as well. This one as well. Just going to do this for the rest of the remaining onions. This is how everything looks at the moment. I've just removed the excess soil around the onions. Yeah, I didn't record the date for transplanting these, but definitely sure I know I transplanted them after I transplanted those ones. So I was only able to harvest the white ones, the early Texas Grano, from this bed because the red ones are not yet ready. I can see some of them are a bit bigger now. They are a bit bigger, but they are not yet ready. So I'm going to give them a few more weeks, and once the stems start softening and bending, then I'll know that it's a sign for me to harvest these. I know that some people say that you should cut your onion tops, trim your onion tops when you planted your onions, but I watched a lot of videos and I did some research, and I was satisfied with my decision not to trim off the tops because at the end of the day they gave me really big bulbs, and I've got some decent medium bulbs, and I'm happy with the harvest. So yeah, I'm happy with the decision I made of not cutting off the tops. If I do like have these onions fresh, use this onion fresh, I'll definitely use the tops as well, but my plan is to cure some of them, let them dry. I know it's not a lot, but I also want to experiment with that side of things because I've never really harvested and cured onions. The few that I planted last year I harvested and used same time that I harvested. So I want to look, like dip my hands into the onion curing process. So I'm going to cure some of them and I'm going to use some of them fresh with their green. This is my harvest, my small harvest from my small onion patch that I had in the garden. Oh, to say I'm excited is an understatement. To me, this is a great success. Even if it's just a few onions, it's not a lot, but it really showed me that I can be able to grow more onions. And I've already put in some more seeds and a lot of it to plant more onions. My goal this year is not to buy any onions from the shop. So this onion is going to last me a while. Yeah, it's going to last me for a while. I won't be going to the shops for a while the other one is germinating. I'm really excited about my harvest, and I can't wait to grow more onions this year. So I have more onion seeds that are yet to germinate, And if I see that they're taking a while, I'll probably just also buy seedlings from the nursery that are already germinated and plant those while I'm still waiting for my ones to germinate. I'm definitely sold on growing my own onions, and that is what I intend to do from now on, because I realize that onions are very easy to grow when they are still germinating and growing as small seedlings. They need lots of water, but not a lot. The soil needs to be constantly moist, and that way they grow faster and healthier. Once they are on the ground, I usually watered like once a day. Sometimes I would skip a day or two and then water them, and they grew so well. They grew so well. I can't wait to plant more onions in a much bigger space, because my goal is to grow my own onion and never buy onion from the shops again. So guys, thank you very much for joining me in this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. I'll see you again on the next one.